2 p.m. on a Monday afternoon. Rebecca Walsh climbs the mansion stairs carrying her childcare supplies and hearing a sound that breaks her heart. The desperate crying of two baby girls echoing throughout the house. At 25 years old, Rebecca has been working as a nanny for 3 weeks in this mansion, but she's never gotten used to that suffering. The twins have been crying for 3 straight hours today. Yesterday it was 5 hours. The day before yesterday, 6. "My God, these children," she whispers, stopping on the stairs to wipe the sweat from her forehead. Vincent Moretti appears in the hallway like a lost man. At 34 years old, this Mafia boss seems to have aged 10 years in the last few weeks. His dark circles are deep, his hair is a mess, and he walks like a ghost. Margaret. He calls the housekeeper who comes running. It's been over 2 months since they've been able to sleep properly. Over 2 months. Margaret, a 50-year-old woman who's worked for the family for 20 years, shakes her head with pity. She always writes down everything she sees in the house in an old notebook. "Boss, you need to rest too. You can't go on like this." "Rest?" Vincent laughs without humor. "How am I supposed to rest listening to my daughters crying like that? What kind of father am I, Margaret?" Rebecca stops climbing the stairs. The pain in that man's voice moves her. She lost a baby a year ago, at 4 months of pregnancy. She knows well what it's like to see a child suffering. Vincent picks up the phone with trembling hands. "Doctor, it's Vincent Moretti again. I know I already called this morning, but my daughters are terrible. There has to be something you can do." The voice on the phone says something that makes Vincent even more nervous. "What do you mean you don't know what else to do? I've had pediatricians, neurologists, infant specialists come here. I've spent more money than I have and nothing helps." He hangs up and punches the wall. "Vincent!" Margaret runs to him. "You can't hurt yourself too." "It's useless, Margaret. I'm a useless father. I can't even make my own daughter stop crying." Rebecca observes everything with a heavy heart. She's never seen a man so destroyed. His pain is real, raw, soul deep. The twins' crying gets even louder from the bedroom. Emma and Lily, 3 months old, fighting against something no one can understand. "If they don't get better soon, I can't take it anymore," Vincent whispers, his voice choked. 3 p.m. Vincent runs out of the house, carrying the 2 babies in their strollers. "I'm going to the hospital again," he yells to Margaret. "They have a fever from crying so much." The mansion gate closes, and the house finally falls silent. Rebecca sighs with relief. Not because of the work, but because those little children got a bit of peace. "Poor things," she murmurs, finishing climbing up to clean the upstairs. When she reaches the door of the twins' room, she stops there. The room still smells of baby mixed with medicine. 2 small cribs, pink and blue decoration, little toys that are never used because the girls never stop crying long enough to play. Rebecca knows she shouldn't go in there. Vincent is very strict about who can touch his daughter's room, but something pulls her inside. She picks up a small pink onesie with bunny drawings, hugs it against her chest and closes her eyes. The memory of the baby she lost comes like a stab. "My little angel," she whispers. "If you had been born, you'd be the same age as them." An hour and a half later, the sound of the gate wakes her from her reverie. Vincent is coming back. Rebecca runs to leave the room but hits her foot on the dresser and knocks over a perfume bottle. "Oh my God!" She bends down to pick up the pieces when she hears footsteps on the stairs. "The doctors don't know what else to do," Vincent yells to Margaret. "They said they're healthy, but they won't stop crying." He enters the room carrying Emma in his arms. The baby is red from crying so much. Her little face is swollen, her little fists clenched. "Daddy doesn't know what else to do, sweetheart," he whispers, rocking the girl tenderly. Daddy is lost. Lily in the stroller is also crying. A sharp sound that pierces the ear. That's when something inexplicable happens. Rebecca, still crouched down, gathering the glass pieces, looks at Emma and without thinking extends her arms. "Can I hold her for a bit?" Vincent, at the limit of exhaustion, doesn't think twice. He places the baby in Rebecca's arms. The silence is immediate. Emma stops crying, as if someone had pressed a button. Her swollen little eyes open and fix on Rebecca's face. A curious, calm look that leaves Vincent speechless. Lily in the stroller also stops crying. She turns her little head toward her sister and Rebecca, as if understanding that something has changed. "Calm down, little one," Rebecca whispers. rocking Emma slowly. What was bothering you? The baby closes her little eyes, and for the first time in over 2 months, truly falls asleep. I don't believe it. Vincent picks up Lily from the stroller. The girl calms down immediately when he brings her closer to Rebecca. How did you do that? I don't know, Mr. Moretti. I just felt I needed to hold her. Margaret appears at the door and almost faints. My God in heaven, how did you do it? These girls don't stop crying even when sleeping. But Vincent is already seeing it. He's witnessing the impossible happening right before his eyes. Rebecca, he whispers. It's been 3 months that I've been looking for an answer. I've spent a fortune on doctors, and you simply... They're sleeping, Rebecca completes, her eyes welling up, really sleeping. The 3 of them stand there in silence, watching the twins sleep peacefully for the first time. Emma in Rebecca's arms, Lily in her father's lap, but snuggled close to the nanny. That's when they hear determined footsteps on the stairs, footsteps that make everyone's blood run cold. Vincent, a female voice echoes through the hallway. I'm here for the girl's appointment. Dr. Cassandra Drummond appears at the bedroom door like someone who always commands everything. At 38 years old, she's the type who commands respect just by entering a room. White lab coat without a single stain, hair pulled back in a perfect bun, upright posture of someone who never loses control. Vincent, how are the gear? She stops mid-sentence when she sees the scene. The twins sleeping, Vincent smiling for the first time in months, and a nanny holding Emma as if it were the most natural thing in the world. Cassandra, Vincent whispers, trying not to wake the babies. You won't believe it. They finally slept. Rebecca managed to make them sleep. Cassandra's smile freezes on her face. She's been caring for this family for 3 years. 3 years building a relationship, waiting for the right time to get closer to him in a more intimate way. And now some broke nanny appears and does what she, a trained doctor, couldn't do. Vincent. She speaks with a controlled voice. Can I talk to you for a minute out in the hallway? But Cassandra, look, they're so calm. In the hallway, please. Vincent notices the serious tone and signals to Rebecca to stay with the babies. He leaves the room behind the doctor. Vincent, do you realize what just happened? Cassandra speaks quietly, but with controlled anger. What? She made my daughter sleep, Cassandra, for the first time in 3 months. And do you know this woman's background? Do you know if she has any diseases? Do you know if she did something dangerous? Vincent frowns. I hadn't thought about that, Cassandra. She just picked up Emma and... Vincent, I've been a pediatrician for 15 years. I know how risky these situations can be. 3-month-old babies are very fragile. Anything wrong can cause serious problems. But they're fine, Cassandra. Look how peacefully they're sleeping. For now. But what if it's some chemical effect? What if she put something on her skin? What if it's something that will cause harm later? Cassandra's words plant seeds of doubt in Vincent's tired mind. He's always trusted what she said. Cassandra saved the twins when they were born premature. She's a respected professional, a friend of the family for years. Inside the room, Rebecca rocks Emma, who sleeps deeply. Margaret watches Lily, who's also resting peacefully in the stroller. Miss, Margaret whispers, how did you do that? I don't know, Margaret. I just felt I needed to help. In 20 years working here, I've never seen anything like it. These girls don't stop crying even when they're sleeping, and now look. She points to the babies actually sleeping. Calm breathing, relaxed little faces, open little hands. It really is a miracle, Margaret completes. In the hallway, Cassandra continues planting doubts. Vincent, I understand your desperation, but as a doctor, I can't allow someone without training to have direct contact with such small babies. It's a matter of responsibility. But Cassandra, imagine if something happens to them. Imagine if they develop an allergy, an infection. You'd never forgive yourself. And I, as the responsible doctor, wouldn't either. Vincent runs his hand through his hair. The exhaustion doesn't let him think straight. What do you think I should do? That she shouldn't have direct contact with the girls anymore, for their own good. Meanwhile, I'll adjust the medication. Maybe that's what was missing. Inside the room, Rebecca feels a chill. Something isn't right. Emma moves a little in her arms but continues sleeping. Margaret, she whispers. Does the doctor always give the girls medicine? Every day, miss. She says it's to calm them, but it never really worked. And today? Has she given it today? Not yet. She just got here a little while ago, Rebecca thinks. The twins slept without any medicine, just with affection, just with her touch. That's when Vincent comes back to the room, his face closed. Rebecca, he speaks quietly. Thank you for the help, but Dr. Drummond is right. It's better if you don't handle the girls anymore. Rebecca's heart shatters. But Mr. Moretti, they're fine. I know, but it could be dangerous. You're not a doctor. It could have been luck, or it could have been something that will cause harm later. Rebecca gently places Emma in the little crib. The baby continues sleeping. I understand, Mr. Moretti, but her eyes say everything. She doesn't understand anything. She knows she helped those children, and now she's being pushed away because of it. Cassandra enters the room with a smile that doesn't reach her eyes. I'm going to apply the girls' medication now, she announces, taking 2 syringes from her medical bag. They're sleeping, doctor, Margaret comments. That's exactly why. It's the best time to apply the medicine. They'll sleep even more deeply. Rebecca observes everything, an uneasiness growing in her chest. Something about those syringes doesn't seem right. Excuse me. She speaks quietly and leaves the room. In the hallway, she hears Cassandra speaking quietly, more to herself. That one almost ruined everything. Tuesday, 6 a.m. Rebecca arrives for work with a heavy heart. The entire weekend, she couldn't stop thinking about the twins. Did they sleep? Are they okay? When she enters the mansion, she hears exactly what she expected and feared: the crying. Emma and Lily are crying in the room, louder and more desperate than before. It's as if they've returned to their previous state, only worse. They barely slept all weekend, Margaret comments when she sees Rebecca. The boss is destroyed again. And the doctor's medicine? She increased the dose. Said it was necessary to compensate for what happened on Friday. Rebecca frowns. Compensate? Why would they need to compensate for the fact that the twins slept? At 7 o'clock sharp, Dr. Cassandra arrives today. She's different. More determined. More serious. Where's the nanny? She asks Margaret. She's cleaning the living room, doctor. Call her here. I need to talk. Rebecca climbs the stairs with her heart racing. Cassandra is waiting in the hallway, arms crossed, stern expression. Rebecca, right? Yes, doctor. I need to make something very clear. You absolutely cannot touch the children in this house. They're fragile babies who were born premature. Any wrong contact can cause serious infection. But doctor, I only helped. You didn't help at all. You created a problem. The girls spent the weekend agitated because their organism was altered. Altered how? Cheap perfumes, cleaning products, bacteria. You work cleaning houses, right? Your hands carry germs that can be dangerous for babies. Every word from Cassandra is like a slap in Rebecca's face. The doctor speaks with an authority that leaves no room for questioning. Did you understand? Don't touch the children. Don't enter their room. If I find out you disobeyed, I'll tell Mr. Moretti to fire you immediately. Yes, doctor. Perfect. Now I'm going to take care of my patients. Cassandra enters the twins' room and closes the door. Rebecca stands in the hallway, humiliated and confused. Did she really do something wrong? Did she hurt the babies without meaning to? Inside the room, Cassandra takes a syringe from her bag. But it's not the same one Vincent saw. This one is different, with a clear liquid that has nothing calming about it. Now let's solve this little problem, she whispers, putting the contents in Emma's bottle. The liquid is a mild stimulant that has no taste but keeps babies agitated for hours. Cassandra has been using small doses for 3 months, since the twins were born. Her plan was simple. Keep the children dependent on her medicine, make herself indispensable to Vincent, and at the right time discover the cure and marry him out of gratitude. But on Friday, some broke Nanny almost destroyed 3 years of planning. Today, Cassandra doubles the dose. The twins are going to have a terrible week, and when she adjusts the medication again, Vincent will throw himself at her feet in gratitude. There, my little ones, she whispers to the babies. Daddy will see that only Auntie Cassandra can take care of you. Emma and Lily drink the poisoned bottles without knowing. In an hour, the effect will begin. In 2 hours, they'll be screaming like they've never screamed before. Earlier in the hallway, Rebecca cleans the floor, listening to the moans that are already getting stronger. Her heart squeezes, but she can't do anything. She's been forbidden. At 10 o'clock, Vincent arrives from the office and finds his daughters in a worse crisis than ever. "Cassandra," he yells into the phone. "They're terrible. What medicine did you give them?" "Calm down, Vincent, it's normal. Their organism was altered because of Friday's contact. Now I'm correcting that. It'll get worse before it gets better." "Get worse?" "Unfortunately, yes. But trust me, I've been a doctor for 15 years. I know what I'm doing." Vincent hangs up the phone and throws himself in the bedroom armchair. The twins have been crying for 4 straight hours. It's Tuesday and they haven't slept right since Sunday. "They're going to die if this continues," he whispers to himself, his voice choked with desperation. In the hallway, Rebecca hears everything and feels tears streaming down her face. She knows she could help. She knows the twins would calm down in her arms, but she's forbidden to touch them. That's when she notices something that intrigues her even more. In the bathroom trash, she sees an empty bottle of infant sedative, the same medicine the doctor said she gave the girls. If she gave the sedative, Rebecca thinks, why is the bottle in the trash empty and why are the girls worse? The seed of suspicion begins to grow in Rebecca's heart. Something isn't right. What if the person who should be caring for the twins is actually hurting them? The baby's crying echoes through the mansion like a cry for help. A cry that only Rebecca seems to understand, but that she's forbidden to answer. "They're going to die if this continues," Vincent yells into the phone to Cassandra. And for the first time, Rebecca wonders, is that exactly the intention? Wednesday, noon. Rebecca works on the lower floor of the mansion, listening to the twins crying, which hasn't stopped for 8 straight hours. It's a sound that pierces her soul, especially because she knows she could help. Margaret appears in the kitchen with her notebook in hand and a worried expression. "Miss, can I talk to you?" "Of course, Margaret. I'm finding what's happening very strange. The girls only got better when you took care of them on Friday. Then, over the weekend, they got worse than ever." Rebecca stops cleaning and looks at the housekeeper. "You also found it too strange? And there's another thing." Margaret looks around to make sure no one is listening. "I've been working here for 20 years. I've never seen a baby cry this much. So it's not normal. Normal it's not. And another thing that caught my attention. The doctor always comes here every day now, but before the girls were born, she only showed up when the boss called." Rebecca feels her heart race. She's not crazy. There really is something wrong. "Margaret, you write everything down in that notebook, right?" "I do. It's an old habit of mine. I write down who comes, who goes, what time. Can you tell me what time the doctor arrives and what time the girls start crying worse?" Margaret opens the notebook and flips through the pages. "Look here. Monday, doctor arrived at 7, gave medicine at 7:30. Girls started screaming like crazy at 8:30. And yesterday, Tuesday, doctor arrived at 7, gave medicine at 7:15. Girls started freaking out at 8:15, always an hour after the medicine. Always. But that should be normal, right? Sometimes medicine takes time to take effect." Rebecca frowns. "If the medicine is to calm them, why do the twins get worse after it?" "Margaret, have you seen what medicine the doctor throws in the trash?" "What do you mean?" "I saw some bottles of infant sedative in the bathroom trash. If she's giving sedative to the babies, why are the bottles empty in the trash?" Margaret thinks. Now that you mention it, it is kind of strange. Why throw away medicine that wasn't used? That's when they hear quick footsteps on the stairs. Vincent runs down, his hair messy, his shirt wrinkled. "Margaret, where's Cassandra?" "I called her, but she's not answering." "She hasn't arrived yet today, boss. The girls have been screaming for 8 hours. 8 hours, Margaret. They're going to have convulsions if this continues." Rebecca feels her chest tighten, seeing his desperation. "Mr. Moretti," she speaks quietly, "can I suggest something?" "What?" "What if you tried not giving the medicine today, just to see if it makes a difference?" "Rebecca, they're like this precisely because they need the medicine. But what if it's not that? What if it's the medicine that's hurting them?" "Rebecca," Vincent raises his voice. "Cassandra is a trained doctor. She knows what she's doing." Rebecca lowers her head, but the suspicion in her mind only grows. The phone rings, and Vincent runs to answer. "Cassandra, thank God, you need to come here urgently. The girls are terrible." "Calm down, Vincent. I'll be there in half an hour." Meanwhile, you can give another dose of the medicine. It's in the fridge. Vincent goes to the kitchen and opens the refrigerator. He takes out a bottle with clear liquid. Margaret, come help me give the medicine to the babies. Rebecca observes everything and makes a decision. She needs to find out what's really happening. At 2 in the afternoon, she positions herself at the living room window, pretending to clean the glass. From there, she can see the twins' room upstairs. 15 minutes later, Cassandra arrives. Rebecca notices she doesn't seem worried like she should. Actually, she seems relieved. From the window, Rebecca can see Cassandra entering the twins' room. She keeps watching, and what she sees makes her blood run cold. Cassandra doesn't examine the babies, doesn't check the temperature, doesn't listen to their hearts, nothing. She simply takes something from her medical bag and applies it to the bottles. Margaret, Rebecca calls quietly. Come see something. Margaret approaches the window. What is it? Look up there. The doctor isn't examining the girls, she's just messing with the bottles. Margaret observes and frowns. That's strange. Shouldn't a doctor examine before giving medicine? At that moment, they see Cassandra leaving the room and talking to Vincent in the hallway. They can't hear, but from his expression, she's reassuring him about something. Margaret, when the doctor leaves, can you show me what medicine she left? I can. An hour later, Cassandra leaves the house. Margaret and Rebecca go up to the twins' room. Look here. Margaret shows the bottle in the room's fridge. This is what she always leaves. Rebecca takes the bottle and reads the label. Natural infant sedative, she reads aloud. But look at this, Margaret. She shows the back of the bottle. The seal is broken. Someone opened it and closed it again. How do you know? I've been cleaning houses for years. I learned to notice these things. Someone tampered with this bottle. Margaret looks closer. You're right. The cap is kind of crooked. That's when they hear a different cry coming from the cribs. Emma and Lily start getting agitated again. An hour after the medicine, Rebecca whispers, exactly as you wrote down. My God, Margaret whispers. Could it be? Margaret, can you do something for me? What? Tomorrow when the doctor comes, pretend you forgot something in the room and keep watching her handle the medicine, but without her noticing. And if she finds out, then we'll know there really is something wrong. Thursday, 6:30 a.m. Rebecca arrives for work, anxious to know how the twins spent the night. Margaret receives her at the door with a relieved expression. Miss, good thing you arrived. How was the night? The boss didn't give the medicine last night. And you know what happened? What? The girls slept 6 straight hours. 6 hours. First time in months. Rebecca feels a mixture of relief and confirmation of her suspicions. And this morning they're still sleeping, but the doctor arrived half an hour ago. She's upstairs. Were you able to watch her? I was. And you won't believe what I saw. Margaret pulls Rebecca to a corner of the kitchen and whispers. She took a syringe from her bag and applied something to the medicine bottle. Something she brought from outside. Are you sure? Absolutely. I saw her pierce the bottle cap with the syringe and inject a clear liquid. My God. And there's more. After she applied it, she tested a drop on her own tongue. Tested to see if it had a taste. I saw her make an approving face, as if she was checking to see if it was noticeable. Rebecca feels her blood run cold. A doctor wouldn't need to test medicine on her tongue unless she was mixing something that shouldn't be there. Margaret, we need to talk to Mr. Moretti. He won't believe us, so we need more proof. That's when they hear footsteps coming down the stairs. Cassandra appears in the kitchen with a smile that doesn't reach her eyes. Good morning, everyone. The girls are great today, sleeping like angels. That's good, doctor, Margaret responds, trying to hide it. I'll leave the usual medicine. You can apply it every 4 hours. Cassandra leaves the house, but this time Rebecca pays attention to something she hadn't noticed before. The doctor carries 2 bags. The official medical bag and a small thermal bag. Margaret, did you see that thermal bag? I did. Do doctors take thermal bags to patients' houses? Not that I know of. Normal medicine doesn't need special refrigeration. Vincent appears in the kitchen looking much better than in recent days. Margaret, I can't believe the girls slept all night. Well, boss, that's good, right? Cassandra said it's because the new medicine is working. Rebecca and Margaret exchange glances. They know it wasn't the medicine that worked. It was the absence of it. Mr. Moretti, Rebecca risks. Don't you find it strange that they only got better when they didn't take the night medicine? But they did take it. Cassandra adjusted the formula. But you yourself said you didn't give the medicine last night. Vincent stops and thinks, it's true, I didn't. I completely forgot I was so tired. And they got better. Coincidence? Mr. Moretti, Margaret gets into the conversation. Can I say something? Of course. In 20 years working here, I've learned to observe, and there are some things that are catching my attention. What things? The doctor always handles the medicine before leaving it here, and the girls always get worse, exactly 1 hour after taking it. Vincent frowns. Margaret, are you insinuating that? I'm not insinuating anything, boss. I'm just saying what I see. At that moment, the twins' crying starts again from upstairs. Emma and Lily woke up and are already getting agitated. There it is. Vincent sighs. I'm going to give them the medicine. Mr. Moretti, Rebecca speaks quickly. What if we tried one more time without giving it? Just to be sure? Rebecca, please. Just today. If they get really bad, you give the medicine right away. Vincent is torn. On one side, Cassandra's medical guidance. On the other, the evidence of his own eyes. All right, but if they get really bad, I'll give them medicine. Rebecca feels hope grow in her chest. Maybe today they'll discover the truth. At 10 in the morning, something extraordinary happens. The twins, who woke up crying, gradually calm down on their own, without medicine, without intervention, just with their father's affection and normal care. I don't believe it, Vincent whispers, looking at his calm daughters. Do you believe now that there's something wrong with that medicine? Rebecca asks. Vincent is about to answer when the phone rings. Vincent, it's Cassandra. How are the girls? They're fine. Great. You gave the medicine on time? Vincent looks at Rebecca and Margaret, who shake their heads. No, I did. Perfect. I'll be there this afternoon to see how they're reacting to the new treatment. When Vincent hangs up, Rebecca realizes he lied to Cassandra. Why did you lie, sir? Because I want to be sure of something before accusing a doctor of what you're thinking. And how will we be sure? Vincent is silent for a moment. We're going to test the medicine. Thursday, 2 p.m. Vincent, Rebecca, and Margaret are in the kitchen, looking at the medicine bottle that Cassandra left. How are we going to test this? Vincent asks. My brother is a pharmacy technician, Margaret says. He can analyze it without anyone knowing, but that will take time. There's another way, Rebecca interrupts. We can see how the girls react with and without the medicine throughout the day. How? Simple. We divide the day into 2 periods. In the morning, they stay without medicine. In the afternoon, when the doctor arrives, we give the medicine and see the difference. Vincent considers the proposal. And if they get bad, then we stop immediately and call another doctor. All right, let's try. Throughout the morning, the twins are calm. They have normal bowel movements, nurse without problems, sleep when they should sleep. Behavior of healthy babies. At 2:30, Cassandra arrives for the afternoon visit. How are my little patients? Fine, Vincent responds, observing her carefully. Great. The medicine is working perfectly. So, Cassandra goes up to the twins' room. Vincent, Rebecca, and Margaret stay downstairs waiting. Half an hour later, Cassandra comes down. Done. I applied the afternoon dose. They'll be nice and calm now. As soon as Cassandra leaves the house, the 3 of them run upstairs to the room. The twins are in the crib, apparently normal, but Vincent notices something. Look at their eyes. Emma and Lily have their eyes more open than normal, kind of glazed, as if they're seeing things that don't exist. Is this normal? Vincent asks. No, Rebecca responds. Normal babies don't have that look. 15 minutes later, like clockwork, the crying begins. But it's not normal baby crying. It's desperate crying from someone feeling something bad. Now I'm sure. Vincent speaks, his voice trembling with rage. She's poisoning my daughters. What are we going to do? Margaret asks. We're going to prove it. Vincent picks up the phone and calls a private doctor he knows. Dr. Foster, it's Vincent Moretti. I need you to come to my house urgently to examine my daughters. No, it's not an emergency, but it's important. Can you come today? While Vincent talks on the phone, Rebecca hears a strange noise in the garden. She looks out the window and sees Cassandra standing behind a tree, watching the house. "Margaret," she whispers. "Look out there." Margaret looks and turns pale. She's spying on us. Why? Because she knows we discovered something. At that moment, Vincent hangs up the phone. Dr. Foster is coming at 4 o'clock. We'll know exactly what's in the girl's blood. But they don't know that Cassandra heard everything from the open window and that she's already planning her next move. At 3:45, 15 minutes before Dr. Foster arrives, the phone rings. "Vincent, this is the Chicago Police Department. We received a serious report about your house." "What kind of report?" "Someone reported that one of your employees is giving controlled medication to your daughters without a medical prescription." Vincent freezes. "That's a lie, sir. We need to go there to verify. It's protocol, but we're on our way." Vincent hangs up the phone and looks at Rebecca and Margaret, desperate. "Someone reported us." "Who?" Rebecca asks, but deep down she already knows the answer. 20 minutes later, 2 patrol cars stop in front of the mansion. 4 police officers go up to the twins' room where they find Vincent, Rebecca, and Margaret caring for the crying babies. "Who is the employee responsible for the children's medical care?" the sergeant asks. "No one," Vincent responds. "They're cared for by a doctor. We have information that this woman," he points to Rebecca, "has been applying medications without authorization." "That's a lie." That's when Cassandra appears at the door accompanied by another officer. "Sergeant, as I reported by phone, I found evidence that this employee has been drugging the children." She opens her medical bag and takes out a bottle of controlled medication. "I found this hidden in her house." Rebecca is in shock. "That's not mine. I've never seen that bottle in my life. And I also found this." Cassandra shows a paper. Her notes about medication dosages. Vincent takes the paper from the officer's hands. It's a forged medical prescription with treatments for Emma and Lily, signed by Dr. Rebecca Walsh. "Rebecca," Vincent whispers. "How could you—" "Mr. Moretti, I swear I never wrote that. I don't even know how to write prescriptions. I'm not even a doctor." "Ma'am," the sergeant speaks, "you need to come with us to give a statement." "No, I'm innocent. It was her who planted these things." But as Rebecca is taken away, Cassandra approaches Vincent. "I'm sorry, Vincent. I know you trusted her, but I couldn't let your daughters be at risk." Vincent looks at the twins, who continue crying, and at Cassandra, who now seems to be the only person he can trust. He doesn't notice the discreet smile of satisfaction on the doctor's face. Friday, 8 a.m. Rebecca wakes up in a cold cell at the police station after a night that seemed endless. She spent hours trying to explain to investigators that she was the victim of a setup, but no one believes her. "Walsh, visitor," the officer yells. She gets up, hoping to see Vincent or maybe Dr. Foster, who could confirm her innocence, but it's her mother, Patricia Walsh, with her face red with shame and anger. "Mom," Rebecca whispers. "Don't call me Mom." Patricia explodes. "How could you do something like this? Poison small children." "Mom, I didn't do anything. It was the doctor who set me up." "Stop lying. It was in the newspaper, it was on TV. Everyone on our block knows you forged a medical prescription." Rebecca feels her world collapse. If her own mother doesn't believe her, who will? "Mom, please listen to me for just a minute. I don't want to hear anything. You embarrassed our family. Your brothers can't even leave the house. But I swear, to me you're dead. I don't want to see your face again." Patricia leaves, slamming the door. Rebecca throws herself on the cell floor and cries like she's never cried in her life. In the middle of the afternoon, the public defender arrives to talk to her. He's a tired man who seems to have seen many similar cases. "Rebecca, I'm going to be direct with you. The situation is complicated. They have physical evidence against you. But I'm innocent. Look, forging a medical prescription is a serious crime. It can be 2 to 8 years in prison. Someone planted those things. The doctor set everything up. Do you have a way to prove it?" Rebecca is silent. How to prove anything from inside a cell? "And the children?" she asks. "How are they?" "That's not my area. My job is to defend you from the crime you supposedly committed." "Supposedly? Well, technically you're still innocent until you're tried, but the evidence—" He doesn't need to finish the sentence. Rebecca understands that even her own lawyer doesn't believe her. At night, an older inmate approaches her in the cell. "First time here? I hope it's the last." Everyone says that. What crime? They say I forged a medical prescription to drug babies. The woman makes a disgusted face. Messing with children is serious stuff in here. If you really did that. I didn't. I love those children more than life itself. Then someone screwed you over real good? Rebecca spends another sleepless night, thinking about Emma and Lily. Are they crying again? Has Cassandra gone back to giving them stimulants? Has Vincent noticed anything? Saturday morning, the news she feared most arrives through a guard. Those babies you poisoned were hospitalized at dawn. Rebecca's heart stops. What? They're in the pediatric ICU. Convulsions, very high fever. The doctors think it was an overdose of the medicines you gave. Rebecca screams and runs to the cell bars. No, I didn't give any medicine. Let me out, I need to talk to someone, shut up. You're not going anywhere. They're going to die. You don't understand. It's the doctor who's killing them. But no one listens. To everyone there, she's just another criminal trying to escape responsibility. Rebecca throws herself on the cell floor sobbing. Emma and Lily are dying, and the person who can save them is locked in a jail. Outside, in the hospital corridors, Vincent paces back and forth like a madman. His daughters are connected to machines fighting for their lives. How did this happen, Cassandra? He asks for the 10th time. Vincent, I warned you. The nanny was drugging them for weeks. Their organism accumulated the substance and now it's having a reaction. But they were getting better. It was the drug's effect. Now that we stopped giving it, their bodies are going into withdrawal. Vincent accepts the explanation because he has no other option. Cassandra is a doctor, she knows what she's talking about. What he doesn't know is that at this exact moment, Cassandra is applying even larger doses of stimulants to the twins. Her plan is simple. Make the babies get so bad that he'll marry her out of desperation and gratitude when she finally cures them. In prison, Rebecca receives more devastating news. Walsh, your case has gone national. You're the most hated woman in America right now. And it was true. The story of the nanny who poisoned a mafia boss's twin babies was on every TV channel. Her photo was in every newspaper and website. Protests formed in front of the police station, demanding justice. Baby killer, someone yells from the street. Lock her up. Rebecca cowers in the corner of the cell. Her life has become a public hell, while the real culprit is treated as a hero for trying to save the children. But the worst thing is knowing that while she rots in a cell, Emma and Lily are dying in the arms of the one who's really poisoning them. God, she whispers in the darkness of the cell, if you really exist, protect those children. They don't deserve this. And by some miracle on the other side of the city, someone is starting to ask questions that Cassandra didn't expect. Sunday, 6 a.m. At St. Joseph's Hospital, Vincent hasn't left his daughter's side for 36 hours. Emma and Lily are in the pediatric ICU with monitors showing worrying signs. Fever that won't go down and small convulsions that come in waves. How are they, doctor? Vincent asks Dr. Patterson, the pediatrician in charge. They're stable, but still worrying. We'll have the toxicology test results tomorrow morning. Until then, we'll keep them hydrated and monitored. Their organism needs to eliminate whatever it is naturally. Vincent runs his hand over his face. 3 days without sleeping properly, without eating, without being able to think about anything else. Cassandra arrives with a cup of coffee. Vincent, you need to rest a bit. I can't. Look at them, Cassandra. I know it's difficult, but they're going to be fine. Trust me. How are you so sure? Because I know this type of intoxication. I've seen similar cases, and what Vincent doesn't know is that Cassandra is lying. She's never seen a similar case because she herself created this situation. Margaret arrives to visit the twins. As a 20-year employee of the family, she got authorization. How did they spend the night, boss? Bad, Margaret, very bad. And Rebecca? Haven't you visited her yet? Vincent is uncomfortable. After what she did, boss. Margaret speaks quietly. Can I say something? As someone who's known the family for so long. Speak. I saw Rebecca with these girls. I saw the way she took care of them, the affection she had. That woman would never harm a child. But the evidence? Evidence can be invented, boss, but heart can't. And her heart with the girls was pure. Vincent is thoughtful. Deep down, he has doubts too. Margaret, do you think I should go talk to her? I think you should at least listen to her side. Cassandra, who was looking at her phone, hears the conversation and becomes alert. "Vincent," she interrupts, "don't you think it's better to focus on the girls now? That woman will only make you more anguished." "Maybe you're right." But Margaret doesn't give up. "Boss, may I ask a question?" "Of course. Since Rebecca was arrested, have the girls gotten better or worse?" The question drops like a bomb. Vincent had never thought about it that way. Worse. So isn't it strange? If she was really poisoning them, shouldn't they improve without her? Cassandra feels her heart race. Margaret's question is dangerous. "Margaret," she responds with medical authority, "intoxication doesn't work like that. The body takes time to eliminate the substances. It's normal for them to get worse before getting better." "Ah, I see." But Margaret didn't understand anything. Actually, she became even more suspicious. "Boss," she whispers when Cassandra steps away, "don't you think you should at least talk to Rebecca? Just to be sure?" Vincent looks at his daughters connected to the machines. "All right, but just to clear up this story once and for all, what they don't know is that this decision will start to dismantle 3 years of lies." Monday, 10 a.m. Vincent sits in the police station's visiting room, nervous and revolted, but also curious. When Rebecca appears, he's shocked by the change in her. In 4 days, she seems to have aged years. Thin, pale, with dark circles that speak for themselves. "Mr. Moretti," she speaks quietly. "Rebecca, how are the girls? Why do you care after what they say I did? Because I love them more than anything in this world." Vincent studies her face. He doesn't see evil, doesn't see lies, sees real pain. "Rebecca, explain something to me. If you really love my daughters, why would you do that?" "Because I didn't do it, Mr. Moretti. I swear on my mother's soul that I would never hurt those children. But they found evidence that was planted by Dr. Drummond." "Rebecca, that's a very serious accusation." "I know, but it's the truth." Rebecca tells everything. The patterns she and Margaret discovered, the tampered bottles, the way the twins always got worse after the medicines. "Mr. Moretti, your daughters only got agitated after she gave the medication. You yourself saw that on Thursday." Vincent remembers. "It's true. When I didn't give the medicine, the girls got better. But why would Cassandra do something like that? I don't know. I just know she's doing it. Do you have a way to prove it?" "From inside a cell? How?" Vincent leaves the police station with his head boiling. Rebecca's words make sense, but they're so serious that part of him doesn't want to believe. Back at the hospital, he finds Dr. Patterson coming out of the twins' room. "Doctor, how are they?" Curiously, "They're a bit better today. The fever dropped a degree." "Really?" "Yes. If it continues like this, maybe we can remove some monitors tomorrow." Vincent is thoughtful. The girls are improving in the hospital, away from any of Cassandra's medication. "Doctor, can I ask a technical question?" "Of course. If someone was giving some substance to keep babies agitated, would they improve when they stopped receiving that substance?" Dr. Patterson frowns. "It would depend on the substance, but yes, if it were a stimulant, for example, they would gradually calm down when they stopped receiving it." "And how long would it take?" "About 2-3 days." "Why?" "Just curious." But it's not curiosity. Vincent is starting to put the pieces together. At that moment, Cassandra appears in the hallway. "Vincent, how are the girls?" "Better. The doctor said the fever went down." "That's good," she responds, but her expression doesn't match relief. "Cassandra, can I ask you a question?" "Of course." "What type of medication were you giving the girls at home?" "Sedative, natural." "Why?" "The doctor said they might be improving because they stopped receiving some substance." "Wouldn't it be the opposite?" Cassandra gets nervous. "Each case is a case, Vincent. You can't generalize." "But you just said you knew this type of intoxication." "I do. But each organism reacts differently." Vincent notices her answers aren't adding up. "Cassandra, did you bring any medication to apply today?" "I brought it, but I'm going to talk to Dr. Patterson first." "What medication?" "Vitamin supplement to help with recovery." Vincent doesn't respond, but decides to watch more closely. Tuesday, 8 a.m. Dr. Patterson calls Vincent urgently. "Mr. Moretti, I need to talk to you." "Did something happen?" "The toxicology test results for your daughters arrived." Vincent feels his stomach tighten. "And?" "They have amphetamine in their blood." Amphetamine is a very strong stimulant. In babies, it can cause exactly the symptoms your daughters presented. Doctor, where could this have come from? Only doctors have access to pure amphetamine. And from the levels we found, the application has been done regularly for about 2 months. Vincent feels his legs go weak. 2 months. That's when Cassandra started treating them. Who's Cassandra? The family's private doctor. Dr. Patterson gets serious. Mr. Moretti, I need to inform you that we're going to report this to the authorities. This is poisoning of minors. At that moment, Cassandra appears in the hallway. Vincent, how are my little patients today? Cassandra, he speaks with a controlled voice. The doctor wants to talk to you. With me? About what? Dr. Patterson introduces himself. Doctor, I'm Dr. Patterson, responsible for the ICU. I need to clarify some points about the treatment you were giving the children. Of course, what points? We found amphetamine in their blood. Cassandra pales but tries to hide it. Amphetamine? Impossible. I only gave natural sedative. Ma'am, do you have the prescription for that sedative? I have it, of course. She fumbles in her bag but takes longer than normal. How strange. I think I forgot it at the office. Doctor, Dr. Patterson continues. The amount of amphetamine indicates regular application for 2 months. Can you explain that? It must have been the nanny. She was the one drugging the children. But the nanny has been in jail for 5 days and the amphetamine level in the blood indicates recent application. Cassandra has no answer. Doctor, I'm going to need you to cooperate with our investigation. Investigation? Poisoning of minors is a serious crime. The police will want to talk to you. That's when Cassandra realizes her world is collapsing, but she still doesn't confess, still tries to defend herself. This is a misunderstanding. I'm a respected doctor for 15 years. That's exactly why it's more serious, Dr. Patterson responds. Vincent, who listened to everything in silence, finally speaks. Cassandra, look me in the eyes and tell me the truth. Were you giving amphetamine to my daughters? Vincent, I would never. Look me in the eyes. Cassandra tries to sustain the look but can't. I can explain. Then explain. But instead of confessing, she tries to run. I need to go get the documents at my office. I'll be right back. You're not going anywhere, Dr. Patterson says. Hospital security has already been called. That's when Cassandra understands she has no way out. Tuesday, 2 p.m. In the hospital security room, Cassandra is seated between Vincent, Dr. Patterson, and 2 police investigators. She still tries to deny everything. I never gave amphetamine to those children, she insists. Doctor, one of the investigators, speaks. We have the toxicology report, we have the father's statements, and we have your constant presence at the house during the intoxication period. Coincidence? Do you have any explanation for the amphetamine in the baby's blood? It was the nanny. The nanny doesn't have access to medical amphetamine. You do. Cassandra is silent. Vincent can't take it anymore. Cassandra, for God's sake, stop this lie. My daughters almost died. I didn't want them to die. The sentence comes out before she realizes. It's the first crack in her story. So, you admit you gave them something? The investigator asks. Cassandra realizes the mistake and tries to backtrack. No, I meant no one wanted them to die. That's not what you said. It was... Vincent stands up, nervous. Cassandra, you're a doctor. You know that lying in a criminal investigation is worse for you. I'm not lying. Then explain to me why my daughters only got better when they stopped taking your medicine. They didn't get better. They did. On Thursday, when I didn't give your medicine, they slept all night. Was that coincidence? And here at the hospital, without medicine, they're improving every day. Cassandra is cornered but still resists. Vincent, you're very stressed. You're not thinking straight. That's when Dr. Patterson intervenes. Doctor, we have the hospital security cameras. You were seen applying something to the children last night during the shift change. Cassandra's blood freezes. What cameras? The IT department has 24-hour monitoring. We want to know what you applied at 3 in the morning. Cassandra tries one more lie. It was saline. They were dehydrated. Saline doesn't need to be hidden from the nursing staff. Why didn't you report it? Cassandra has no answer. The investigator leans forward. Doctor, let's make this easy for you. We know you applied amphetamine. We have proof. The only thing we want to know now is why. Cassandra looks around the room. Vincent with hatred in his eyes. Dr. Patterson shaking his head. Investigators waiting. She understands it's over. She begins, her voice trembling. Speak, Cassandra, Vincent whispers. At least you owe me that. I did it because... The tears start falling. Because I love you, Vincent. The silence in the room is total. I've loved you for years, since your wife died. And I thought if I took care of the girls, if I was indispensable to them. You poisoned my daughters for love? Vincent whispers in disbelief. It wasn't to hurt them. It was just so they'd need me. So you'd see I was important. Important? You almost killed them. The dose was small, calculated. I'm a doctor. I knew what I was doing. And when Rebecca managed to calm them, then I had to increase it a little. She was going to ruin everything. Increase? You increased the drug dose on my daughters out of jealousy? Cassandra is sobbing now. I love you so much. I've been waiting for a chance for years. Vincent stands up trembling with rage. This isn't love, Cassandra. This is insanity. It is love. Everything I did was for love. Love doesn't hurt innocent children. I didn't want to hurt them. I just wanted you to love me. The investigator signals to his colleagues. Doctor, you're under arrest for attempted murder and illegal practice of medicine. As Cassandra is taken away, still screaming that she loves Vincent, he stays in the room destroyed. Doctor, he speaks to Dr. Patterson. I need to go get someone, an innocent person who's in jail for a crime she didn't commit. Go. Your daughters are safe now. And for the first time in months, Vincent knows it's true. Wednesday, 10 a.m. Vincent is at the police station dealing with paperwork and bureaucracy. Even with Cassandra's confession, releasing someone from prison isn't simple. Mr. Moretti, the detective explains. Miss Walsh will be released today, but the case against her will only be officially closed in a few weeks. And can she stay home in the meantime? She can. And about compensation for moral damages? I'll take care of that later. Right now, I just want to get her out of here. At 11:30, Rebecca finally leaves the cell. 5 days that seemed like 5 years. She carries a plastic bag with the few belongings she had when she was arrested. When she sees Vincent in the hallway, she stops and stares at him. Doesn't smile, doesn't show relief, just exhaustion and deep hurt. Rebecca, Mr. Moretti, you're free? Cassandra confessed everything. I know. The detective told me. She was the one poisoning the girls. You were right from the beginning. Rebecca laughs, but there's no humor in it. Yeah, I was right, but you believed her for months and me not one day. The sentence cuts Vincent like a blade. Rebecca, I know I was wrong. Wrong? She shakes her head. Mr. Moretti, you destroyed my life. My own mother said I was dead to her. It was on TV that I'm a baby poisoner. I'll fix all of that. How? How are you going to fix 5 days of hell? How will you make my mother love me again? Vincent has no answer. Mr. Moretti, thank you for getting me out of jail, but now I just want to go home and try to pick up the pieces of my life. And the girls, they're missing you. Rebecca stops at the police station door. How are they? Getting better every day. Without Cassandra's poison, they're becoming healthy. That's good. Rebecca, come back to take care of them, please. I can't. Why? Because I don't trust you anymore. And she walks away, leaving Vincent alone on the sidewalk, understanding that it will be much harder to regain her trust than he imagined. First month. After a week of insisting, Rebecca finally agrees to come back, but with strict conditions. I'll come back, she tells Vincent at her house door, but not as a nanny. And I don't live at the mansion. However you want. I take care of the girls during the day and go back to my house at night, every day. All right. I want double what I earned before. It can be triple. And you stop trying to talk to me about personal matters. We're boss and employee, that's all. In the first days, the relationship between them is cold. Rebecca arrives punctually at 7, takes care of the twins with all the love in the world, but treats Vincent as if he's invisible. Good morning. Good morning. Did the girls sleep well? Yes. They nursed at 5. Thank you. And nothing more. The twins, on the other hand, flourish with Rebecca back. It's as if life has returned to normal for them. They sleep better, eat better, smile more. But Rebecca isn't well. Vincent notices she has nightmares. Sometimes she screams while sleeping on the living room sofa during the girls' rest period. Other times she freezes when she hears a police siren. "Rebecca, are you okay?" "I'm great. You look like you didn't sleep." "My nights aren't your problem." One afternoon, a reporter appears at the mansion door. "Can I speak with Rebecca Walsh?" Rebecca turns white as paper. "I'm not talking to the press." She whispers to Vincent, "Leave it to me." Vincent goes out and talks to the journalist. When he comes back, he finds Rebecca shaking in the bathroom. They left. What if they find out where I live? What if they show up at my mother's house again? Vincent sees she's having an anxiety attack. "Breathe slowly. No one's going to bother you." "How can you guarantee that? Because I'm going to hire security for you." "I don't need charity." "It's not charity. It's my responsibility. I'm the one who put you in this situation." It's the first time Vincent takes real blame for what happened. Second month. The routine continues tense, but Vincent notices small changes. Rebecca is still cold with him, but sometimes she forgets and answers some question more naturally. "How was the girls' weekend?" Emma wants to crawl. She keeps trying to drag herself on the carpet. "Really? Isn't she too young?" "Every baby has their own time." She's curious, like you. Rebecca realizes the conversation left the professional and goes back to being cold. "I'm going to prepare their baby food." One day, Vincent arrives home and finds Rebecca crying in the garden while the twins sleep. "Did something happen?" "Nothing you need to know." "Rebecca, you're crying." "Something happened. I went to the supermarket this morning and everyone kept looking at me. A lady told her grandson that I was the woman who poisoned babies." Vincent felt his chest tighten. "I'm sorry. Being sorry doesn't help. The damage is done. I'm going to give an interview on TV. I'll explain everything. And you think that will help? That people will stop looking at me like I'm a monster?" Vincent doesn't know what to answer. "Rebecca, let me help. You've already helped enough." That night, Vincent calls a well-known journalist and schedules an interview for the following week. If he caused the problem, he's going to try to fix it. Third month. Vincent's interview resonates well. He tells the whole story, takes the blame for believing Cassandra's lies, and publicly apologizes to Rebecca. Rebecca Walsh is an honest, hardworking woman who was the victim of a criminal doctor. "I made the mistake of doubting her when I should have trusted her. I publicly ask for forgiveness for this." Some newspapers run stories about the case, showing the other side of the story. Little by little, public opinion begins to change. But at home, Rebecca remains distant. "I saw your interview," she comments one morning. "And? It was nice, but it still doesn't change what happened." "I know, but it's a start." That same month, something important happens. Patricia Walsh appears at the mansion. "I want to talk to my daughter." Vincent calls Rebecca, who tenses up when she sees her mother. "Mom, I came to ask for forgiveness." Rebecca doesn't respond. "I saw his interview on TV. I understood you were telling the truth from the beginning. You didn't believe me when I needed you most." "I know, and I'm very sorry. Being sorry doesn't bring back the days I spent alone in jail." "Rebecca, please. You're my daughter, I love you. You said I was dead to you." Patricia starts crying. "I said stupid things. I was angry, ashamed. But you'll always be my daughter." Rebecca also cries but still can't forgive. "I need time, Mom." "How much time?" "I don't know. I just know it's not easy to trust anyone now." Fourth month. Rebecca finally agrees to have lunch at her mother's house on a Sunday. It's the first step toward family reconciliation. "How are the girls?" Patricia asks. "Beautiful." Emma already crawls and Lily is trying. "And the boss? Does he treat you well?" "He does. I have nothing to complain about." "Rebecca, can I say something? I see in your eyes that you like him." "Mom, there's nothing wrong with that. He's a good man and single. He's my boss and I'm an employee. So what? You're an honest, hard-working, caring woman. Any man would be lucky to have you." Rebecca is silent. For months she hasn't thought of herself as a woman, only as a caregiver for the twins. At the mansion, Vincent is also changing. He started observing Rebecca more, not just as his daughter's nanny, but as a person. He sees how affectionate, dedicated, intelligent she is. One afternoon, he finds her teaching Emma to clap. "Come on, little one. Clap your hands." Emma laughs and tries to imitate, but her little hands don't quite meet. She's learning fast, Vincent comments. They're very smart, Rebecca responds. Both of them, like their mother. Rebecca stops playing with Emma. They're not my daughters, but you care for them as if they were. It's my job. Is it just work? Rebecca looks him in the eyes for the first time in months. What do you mean? That I see how you look at them, how you care, how they smile when they see you. This isn't just work. And I see how they look at you. To them, you're their mother. I can't be a mother to children who aren't mine. You can. A mother is someone who cares, who loves, who's present. Rebecca nervously fiddles with Emma's toy. Why are you telling me this? Because I want you to know that I admire you very much. It's the first time Vincent shows romantic interest, but subtly. 5th and 6th months. The relationship between them gradually heats up. Conversations that start about the twins and end in personal topics. Rebecca, can I ask you something? You can. Why do you have such a way with children? Rebecca is silent for a moment. Because I lost one. What do you mean? 2 years ago I was pregnant. I lost the baby in the 4th month. Vincent feels his chest tighten. I'm so sorry. That's why I identify so much with your daughters. They're the age my son would be. Son? It was a boy. I was going to call him Noah. For the first time since she came back, Rebecca looks directly into his eyes. That's why it hurt so much when you thought I would harm them. After losing my own son, I would never hurt someone else's child. Vincent is silent, understanding for the first time the real dimension of the pain he caused. In June, on the twins' 6-month birthday, Vincent organizes a small party. He invites Patricia, Margaret, and some close friends. Thank you for including me, Rebecca says when he hands her the invitation. Of course, you're part of their family. During the party, Vincent watches Rebecca playing with Emma and Lily. She smiles for real for the first time in months, and he realizes he's in love. At the end of the party, when Rebecca is leaving, he walks her to the gate. Thank you for the party. The girls loved it. Rebecca, what? You look beautiful today, smiling. She gets embarrassed. Thank you. It had been a while since I saw you smiling like that. It's because the girls make me happy. Just them. Rebecca looks at him, understanding the question he didn't ask. Good night, Vincent. It's the first time in 6 months she calls him by his name, without Mr. 7th month. Things definitively change between them. Rebecca continues going home every day, but the conversations get longer, more intimate. Vincent, can I ask you something? Of course. Did you love your wife? Why do you want to know? Curiosity. Vincent thinks before answering. I learned to love her, but it wasn't love at first sight. What do you mean? The marriage was arranged by the families, but over time I developed affection, respect. And when she died, I thought I'd never feel anything for anyone again. And now? Now I discovered I was wrong. Rebecca's heart races. Vincent, can I finish? She nods yes. I discovered it's possible to really love. To love someone for who they are, for the way they care for others, for the strength they have. I don't know where you're going with this. I'm getting to the fact that I fell in love with you. Rebecca is silent for a long time. You can't say that. Why? Because I'm afraid of what? Of believing and then discovering you're lying. I would never lie about this. You've lied about other things. I never lied. I was just mistaken. And I learned my lesson. Really? What lesson? That trusting someone is betting on the person even when everything seems to be against them. Rebecca feels her eyes well up. Vincent, I also fell in love with you, but I'm very afraid. Of what? Of being happy, and then losing everything again. You won't lose. How do you know? Because this time I'm going to fight for you, for us. 8th month. In August, when the twins turn 8 months old, Vincent finally truly declares himself. They're in the garden watching Emma and Lily trying to stand up, supported by the table. They're growing so fast, Rebecca comments. And talking too. Emma said mama yesterday. It was to you, wasn't it? Looking at you, Rebecca smiles. It must have been coincidence. It wasn't. She recognizes you as her mother. At that moment, Lily babbles mama, looking directly at Rebecca. Both of them, Vincent whispers. Rebecca can't hold back the tears. Vincent, what if it goes wrong? What if it doesn't work? What if it does? She looks into his eyes. Do you really love me? I love you more than anything. Even though I'm poor, money doesn't make anyone better or worse. You have something money can't buy. What? A good heart. And that's what matters. And your family, your friends. What will they say? They'll say I'm the luckiest man in the world. Rebecca finally smiles. All right. All right. What? All right. I agree to try. I agree to see if it can work between us. Vincent pulls her into a careful embrace. I love you, Rebecca. I love you too. 1 year later, in the garden of the same mansion where it all began, Vincent and Rebecca get married in a small moving ceremony. Emma and Lily, now a year and 4 months old, run through the garden in their first unsteady little steps. Patricia is in the front row, proud of her daughter. Margaret was promoted to head housekeeper and got a raise. Vincent's family accepted Rebecca after getting to know her better. During the ceremony, the twins make everyone laugh when they shout Mama in the middle of the vows. I think they approve, the priest comments, smiling. After the party, when the guests leave, the new family gathers in the girls' room. They've grown so much, Rebecca whispers, watching the twins sleeping peacefully. And they'll grow, knowing they were loved from when they were tiny by a woman who chose to be their mother. Chose? Yes, because a mother isn't just someone who gives birth. It's someone who chooses to love. Rebecca smiles and snuggles into her husband. Thank you. For what? For giving me the chance to be a mother and to be happy. Thank you for teaching me what real love is. And far from there, in a women's penitentiary, Cassandra watches the news showing the wedding. She lost everything she wanted. Vincent, her profession, her freedom, but justice was served. At the mansion, Emma and Lily sleep, knowing they are loved. And Rebecca finally understands that sometimes the family we choose is stronger than blood family. Love won, and this time, forever.